Hello, everybody, and welcome to installment 8 in Prison-Architect: The Alpha, Part 1. Chris Delays, Prison-Architect: The Alpha, Part 1.
Hello.
Hello, mate. So, right, what happens in Part 8?
Right, well, we made a bit of a decision for Part 8, and we decided that instead of throwing in a load of new features for this particular build, we would instead work on stabilizing and improving some of the things that we already have.
Yeah.
And that's been one of the main aims for Alpha 8. We wanted to make, because basically I broke the game really seriously in Alpha 7, and I broke the game really seriously in like Alpha 6 as well.
Have you ever not seriously broken
No,
the
I
game?
break the game every build.
That's part of the fun.
Yeah, but Alpha 8 is the exception, and hopefully we've got basically a change list which is huge, full of bug fixes. So one of the first things I did is I put in a staff door, which is a new type of door that unfortunately I don't have any art for it yet, but it's going to be...
Oh, Ryan!
Ryan hasn't done the art for me yet, and what it basically is it's a locked door, just like an ordinary door is. It's weaker than a jail door. You can see some here, in fact, around the kitchen. These are staff doors. They're weaker, but all of your staff members have keys. So you see the janitor there is able to unlock that. The guards are able to unlock it. And using that, you can make it a lot easier for your chefs to shuttle backwards and forwards to the entrance. So, for example, you can see I've got a bit of a side route here, right around the back, specifically for all the staff. And,
or escaping.
Yeah, it's a weak spot in the security, no doubt, but it's kind of a trade-off, isn't it? It's always a trade-off. They don't need any guards to let them through.
Yeah.
Secondly, you
wouldn't want to get trapped in that corridor late at night, would you?
That would be scary.
With Thug McPherson and his gang of hoodlums.
One in front and one behind.
That's right.
Moving on. You can pick on any particular door and you can say, I want it to be locked open. Right? And I'm afraid, as is another common theme, we don't have any art for this yet. So right now, the locked open symbol is a bush. Right, so if you see the bush on the door, it means that it's locked open.
Ryan! Ryan does our art.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not his fault though. It's
not his fault.
It's not his
fault. No. And you can say lock shut as well. And the same thing applies opposite. Actually, we're seeing a really good demonstration right now of one of the big changes that I made, which is that prisoners now intelligently go to the nearest facility when it's a certain time. So shower time, for example.
How many of them have just got into that shower? That's horrible. Yeah, I'm not surprised they're all punching each other.
That shower may need expansion at this point.
Yes, I think it probably does, you horrible man.
Previously, the prisoners would run all over the place and they'd go to showers all over the jail, and it was very silly. They'd be running through the yard in the morning trying to get to a shower.
With their towels.
Yeah, with the towels wrapped around their waist. Exactly, trying to get to the other side of the jail. So now they go to the nearest one and just stay there and use the facilities in there. What else can you do? You can also have, if setting a specific door to be locked open isn't enough, you can now set a whole sector to be locked open by marking it green. And when it's set this way, all the doors in the sector will remain permanently open. Now you wouldn't typically want to do this while you've got actual prisoners in there, because obviously it lowers your security a little bit.
Just a touch.
Just a little bit. But it's really useful when you're working on a building, for example.
Right.
So when it's under construction and there's nobody in there yet, but you don't want your workmen getting locked inside, you can just set the whole thing to be open.
Right.
It also came in really handy recently when I had a massive fire and I wanted to get everybody out. It's a really good way to unlock all the doors.
Right.
There is a new mode in the game called planning mode. You'll see it down here. Once again, bit of a common theme for Alpha 8. Don't have any artwork.
Right. Ryan!
You can click on planning mode and you can draw buildings that you're planning to build in the future.
This is good. Now this solves a usability issue that we've had for years now. People complaining about this, and building the wrong sizes and not quite being able to having then to cancel the building.
Right.
So
what happens is
this is long overdue.
People try and put cell blocks in like this when they're building it, and then they realise they've made the whole thing the wrong size, and they have to expand it by one or something, and it helps a lot with that.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, what else? Yeah, so we spent a tremendous amount of time on one particular new feature, and it is quite a big deal, actually. So I should probably demonstrate that as the epic climax of our video. If you go into utilities mode...
We need some music. We need some music building
some
up
sort of
to this.
drum roll, perhaps. Alright, give us a drum roll. That was rubbish.
That was no good, was it?
So I'm going to pick a valve, right? And a valve.
What?
A valve.
Okay.
Right, let's put down a valve. Valves are important. I think you'll agree.
Valves
are
important.
very, very important.
Very
So our workmen are going to bring along. Here's a workman bringing along a valve. And he's going to install it. We're told him to.
Right.
Check this out. I like this.
Looking forward to this.
What?
Oh, I see steam! Steam!
That was so crap.
That was crap, wasn't it?
Sorry, what was that you see? What did you say?
Steam! Steam. Well, we didn't expect that we were going to be launching Prison Architect on Steam for a long, long time. And they've agreed to it, haven't they?
They've agreed to it.
I was quite astounded, really. Well, it was kind of their idea. But this is a really big deal for us. We're able to get hopefully a huge number of Steam players will now be exposed to Prison Architect and will join in the community. So we're really excited about that. But obviously, Steam offers some very cool features that we've not been able to implement so far. So do you want to talk about what we've done so far and what we're working toward?
Obviously, it's not just a particle effect. We're actually working on... an obvious feature is Steam Cloud Save. So whenever you save your game as normal, it'll be mirrored on PC and Mac and ultimately Linux. When we get around to doing the Linux version, all of your save games will just transfer over secretly. Not secretly, that sounds really sinister, doesn't it?
Secretly, furtively. Along the toilet path. Toilet pipes.
We're also planning to do prison map sharing via the Steam Workshop. So if you build a particular prison that you're really happy with, or if you build Alcatraz or something and you think it's brilliant, you can just share it from within the game via the workshop, and other players will be able to see it. That's got interesting possibilities because people might decide, for example, to set up a prison in a specific scenario, with a particular problem that needs solving, and then share it and issue it as like a challenge, Can you fix this prison?
Yeah.
And a number of other things as well. Those are the main things that we're thinking about right now. None of those features are in this version.
Well, obviously.
Yeah,
you get all that lovely Steam game curation as well. Just things like updates are going to come down automatically, and you're not going to have to fight our, registration system and all the rest of it anymore. They're just going to come down. So everybody that's bought it from us and everybody that buys it from us in the future gets a Steam key. So if you go to your link, if you've already bought from us, there'll be a Steam key waiting for you, so you can activate on Steam if you wish, or not if you don't wish. We're going to carry on updating everything from our site if Steam is not for you for whatever reason. But that is the most exciting announcement from us, and we hope you enjoy Alpha 8 build. It should be a lot more stable than it's been in the past, and we look forward to talking to you in about a month's time. Cheerio.